Alright. Hey guys, Concentric here. Back playing some Necesse. Uh, continuing our old world. I have not I have not played since last time. I kind of intended to. Also, hey, how you doing, Pepe? Hope you're well. Um, Enchanted zombie. My goal for today is I want to build up our settlement a little bit. First, I'm gonna open this chest because I'm already in here, so I might as well. Harmful lightning hammer. Okay, sure. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Don't know what the fuck that does. Hmm. All right then. Anyways, so we're gonna pop home, and I'm gonna work on our settlement here a little bit because I feel like I've been neglecting it. I feel like I've been neglecting it, and it's inhibited my progression a little bit. I also kind of want to talk about some of my thoughts on this game because I feel like I have a mixed relationship with this game. But that'll be in due time. So for now, I'm just gonna kind of clear some space. I think the first couple of things that I want to build and work on are some new housing areas for our NPCs here because right now we're pretty hard limited to. Well, I mean, I've stuck a bed in here and in here, so we have 14. I would like to have like, I don't know, give or take like 20 rooms thereabouts. I think at least they don't have to be like great, you know. I don't mind them being kind of barrack style like these. I think I was wanting to do like, you know, proper housing stuff, but honestly, I kind of think it's a little beyond me, um, beyond my patience. uh, so you know, yeah, that's kind of where we're at with that. Let's dump all of our shit in here though to start with. Okay, great. Lynn, the pawnbroker's leaving. No, what are we gonna do? Also, Pepe, I saw you sent that fucking the gulp or whatever emote. Bro had that loaded in the chamber. You sent it like 50 seconds after I started stream. He was waiting, watching, like a little freak. Let's see. We got a lot of palm. Should we build with palm? Can we build with palm? It was ready. Don't do it. I feel like I've been on. Do it. I feel like I've been on a Japanese mayo kick, like a Koopy mayo kick, and anything that I can find as a vehicle to get more mayo in my system is like it's fair game. I don't know what it is. It's just I just been on a kick, you know. Oh wait, we need 3 cave glow to upgrade this? Hold on, I can do that right now. Yeah, so I may be doing that here shortly. Getting some mayo on pita crackers. It's probably not the healthiest snack, but yeah, no that's pretty much it. It's probably not the healthiest snack. Although I think objectively better than like American mayo. So both in a flavor standpoint and a health standpoint. Okay. Now we have a tungsten landscaping station. Utensil racks? What the fuck? Tent? Merchant's backpack? I'm assuming that's not an actual, like, inventory expansion. Doesn't really make sense that it would be. Void cube? Nice, okay. Could have a void cube. Dryad spirit cage? What the fuck? Okay. I mean, this all seems to be mostly decorative. I'm just kind of, you know, if there's something that really inspires me. Emerald gravel, topaz gravel. Making gravel out of precious stones. What the fuck is that? It's crazy work. All right. I mean, I'm not going to do that, but good to know that's an option. No, I think we're just gonna do... Can I make floors out of this stuff? I don't think I can I? Wool carpet? Leather carpet? Leather carpet sounds horrible. Carpet of love? is a carpet of love technically a shag carpet? No? Alright. Obsidian walls? This kind of fuck. Also, what you up to, Pepe? Hope you're having a good day over there. Hope things are going well. Damn, I have a lot of snowstone. Stone path. Brick floor. Let's make it out of snow brick. Just a lot of snow brick. Like that director. Stanley Snowbrick. Stone walls. Grab like 100, 150. Debating on if I get groceries delivered tonight or in the morning because I'm too lazy to do it myself right now. Real. Very real. You know, that's a tough call. Oh, there's deep snow? Fuck. I should have done that. That looks cooler. Alright, we'll make doors out of deep snow. Let's do 13 doors. I mean, do you have something to eat tonight? Like, are you know, is it like if you don't get groceries this instant, you're gonna be having to figure something else out? Or is it like you leave Wednesday night, come back Friday, you have nothing to eat here? I see. Eggs and rice. I mean, yeah, just do it tonight. Because I feel like logically, you might as well do it tonight. Eat something proper tonight and tomorrow, and then whatever. I don't know when you're leaving on Wednesday, but like Wednesday night. Yeah, okay. So like have something for like lunch or like a dinner, early dinner on Wednesday. Because if you do it tomorrow, then it's only like Tuesday and then whatever you have Wednesday. So you're probably gonna order less, which makes the delivery less viable. You might as well, if you're gonna do delivery, get as much as you can. That's my logic, at least. Even though, it does sound kind of annoying, but getting stuff for next week too. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, well, in that case, well, fuck. I still feel like you should do it. You should do it tonight, because I feel like the difference between now and tomorrow morning isn't significant enough. You might as well have stuff you want to eat tonight and not have to like, skimp out on dinner stuff potentially. In that case, because I feel like if you're gonna put it off until tomorrow morning, you might as well just put it off until when you get back, so you don't have shit like sitting there. If you're gonna order before you leave anyways, you might as well just do it now. I don't know if that logic makes sense, but you agree? Okay, yeah. That's the dilemma you're having. I get you. Synced up. Yeah, I say just bite the bullet and do it. Like, it's kind of annoying, but gotta do what you gotta do. My man needs to eat. I'm not even making sure the doors are going the right way. I'm hardly even a shit about this housing. I didn't say it was going to be good building today, but it is certainly going to be some building. Some constructing will be happening. Wait, hold on. That counts? What? Hold on. Yep, that's indoors, outdoors. That checks out. Anyways. I wish this had like a smart place, like Terraria style. Having a place to shit manually is driving me kind of nuts. Which actually, while I'm doing this, is a good segue into... I wanted to talk about some of my thoughts on this game, because I don't feel like I've done it justice. I don't know if doing it justice is the right way to put that, but I don't feel like I've given it the attention and criticism that it deserves. So I feel like I like this game, but I also feel like it's a little how do I describe it tactfully? God, this is gonna sound pretentious. It's a little derivative. It feels like it really, really wants to be Terraria. And it really, really isn't Terraria. And I think that it kind of took a lot of lessons from Terraria, but it didn't really understand, like, I guess why, the why behind those, if that makes sense. I guess to elaborate on that. Terraria is a very old game, and obviously it's had a lot of time to sort of ripen and mature. You know, it's been out for what, 15 years or some shit like that. It's had a lot of expansions done to it, you know, just in terms of content and whatnot. And it's sort of organically grown over an extended period. And there's certain aspects about it that don't really make sense. And I think that when you play Terraria, you kind of have to use like the wiki and things like that. But I sort of expect that because it's like sort of an old, you know, it's an old game. It's been around for fucking ever, it feels like. But I feel like, and it kind of doesn't make sense a lot of the time, some of the shit, but so many of these smaller gameplay elements feel like they take 3 paths: Minecraft, Terraria, or Stardew, or some mix. Yeah, I agree. Oh, hello, Myong. Oh my god, with the 10-stream streak, that's crazy. I'm honestly tempted to run a short stream today just to ruin Poodoo's streak. Don't tell him I said that. But like, what if I only did like a 30-minute stream, and then his streak got fucked? Because he keeps trying to flex it on everybody. Sorry, it's just a little tangent. Yeah, no, I agree, Pepe. I think, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that those are all great games to emulate. I think they're great games to emulate, and I think that in a lot of ways, it's like, you know, it's kind of like the Power World thing. It's like, you know, obviously they're not the first to create or invent, you know, capturing creatures and what, you know, it's like, obviously that's like why Nintendo lost that. But it's like, you know, Stardew Valley wasn't the first farming sim. You can look at like Harvest Moon or whatever. And, you know, Terraria wasn't the first game of its style, and Minecraft, I guess Minecraft was a little bit of a trailblazer in that regard, but like there were other, you know, like open world kind of sandboxy style of games, but it definitely took it to a new level with the sort of freedom you had. So I can give it a little bit of wiggle room. Anyways, point being, it's like they kind of define the genres, but I don't think, definitely not like hard originals, at least in most cases. but I think a lot of games get kind of unfairly lumped into those categories because of that. So I try not to tether it too too closely to like unduly too closely to those sort of presets. But I will say that this game definitely takes a lot of inspiration from Terraria. That in mind, like thinking, oh, okay, I don't want to like, I'm not trying to, pigeonhole this. But this game definitely takes an insane amount of inspiration from Terraria. Even down to some of the boss designs and how some of the weapons and things and the mechanics behind like the armors, and it's like you can really tell there was some heavy inspiration. And again, that's fine. But I feel like they sort of lifted a lot of things from Terraria in that way without really understanding the context, because I think Terraria gets a little bit of wiggle room because it's so old and it's had such a long development time. And I mean, it's been a complete game for the last decade, and they just keep adding more, and they kind of get to be a little messy with it because of that. So this game coming out as a 1.0 and being messy is kind of like, it doesn't really feel appropriate because it's the 1.0. They're not adding content, and it's just they're just putting more on the plate. It kind of didn't start as a complete plate, or it doesn't feel the original presentation doesn't feel like it's quite whole enough. And the reason I say that, I guess I should expand on that too, is because it there's a lot of things that just like kind of don't make sense. The sort of nonsense progression through the biomes doesn't really make sense. There's no real like story as far as I can tell. I mean, you talk to the elder guy and he gives you quests, and that's kind of the extent. And I'm not like, it has a good story. I mean, there's plenty of games that don't really have a functional story, but like, I don't know. It's sort of like, why am I doing this? At least, and not to continue the comparison too hard, but at least with Terraria, it's like, okay, yeah, these bosses are terrorizing people. Beat them, beat them, and people are happy, and they'll like celebrate, and you get to see like the little lantern fest after you beat a boss. It's like, yeah, it's not really much to it, but at least it feels like you're doing something, I'm just like, I just pop in and I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna go fuck up a spider. I'm gonna go kill the cryo queen. Why am I doing that? I don't know. I got cool items, I guess. Kind of neat, which is fine, I guess. I don't know, but it's just it doesn't really give me much motivation to do it. I guess, but aside from it's a game to play, which some games can get away with that, but I don't necessarily feel like this one can. Also, I'm just running around yapping. Let's go make some beds and furniture and stuff. And then another thing that I think is a bit of a problem, and I'm sure this is just, like I said, there's games that have been around for far longer than this one, and I've had time to sort of polish. But I don't feel like some of the mechanics in this are as thoroughly thought out, because it kind of feels like it. I mean, it takes, obviously, like I said, a lot of inspiration from Terraria, but it also takes a lot of inspiration and mechanics, I think, from RimWorld. And I like RimWorld a lot. I have not played it on stream. I do want to play it on stream. I think it'd be fun to maybe do some neat challenge runs in that. Or I don't know, just something silly. Do like an organ harvesting challenge run. Could be kind of fun. But I also feel like it's sort of how do I describe it? It doesn't have the convenience and sort of thoroughness of something like RimWorld. Like, and I've talked about this a little before. I hate how I can't just be like, hey, chop down all these trees. I hate how I can't be like, hey, build this house for me. Because in RimWorld, you can just do that. You can say, hey, chop these trees, and hey, build a wooden shack, and they'll figure out the in-between. And of course, again, RimWorld isn't, it's not, I wouldn't say it's an original game. It's just like a pretty standard, like, colony sim style of game. But, but it has those little features, and it sort of polishes off. And I feel like a lot of people are going to directly compare the functionality of the sort of you know, town settlement management stuff in this game to that. So I feel like it's an apt comparison. Also, did I never give these guys desks? Oops. Well, all right. Well, that's what it is, I guess. So I feel like it could benefit from some stuff like that. Because I think that one of the most tedious parts of this game, unfortunately, even though I think it really wants you to like engage with it, is the building. It's the building, it's the setting up farms, it's the colony management. Because like I constantly am like, I need to be like doing more of this. I need to, you know, I need to be getting more settlers, and they need to be giving them better homes, and you know, it's like so on and so forth. And I just cannot fucking bother doing it. Like I wanted to give these people really nice individual homes and stuff, but like, you know, it took me 20 minutes to build this thing. I mean, okay, I was dicking around. So let's say like 15. It took me like 15 minutes to build this. So it's literally just a cube with identical rooms. It's not great. You know, let alone a custom house for every person. And I'm sure some people will find, you know, some comfort and enjoyment in doing that, but I don't know. It's like I'd rather not have to spend a ton of time doing that. But I think that's a similar criticism to what I have with sorry, I'm gonna trim my nail real quick. Core Keeper a little bit, but at least Core Keeper doesn't have settlement management as like a core part of the gameplay loop, and I think that's a big difference, because I can build, you know, I don't have to build 4 houses throughout the entirety of Core Keeper, and the rest of it's just, you know, stuff. I'm pretty firmly in the camp that if you're gonna have me, actually, you know what, I'll pull it up. If you're gonna have me worrying about settler happiness, and that's gonna be dependent heavily on like shit they have in their room and decoration and the size of the room and things like that, which this game has, all those things apply, then I shouldn't have to manually like build and construct, at least not to the degree that I have to in this game. So anyways, that's some of my thoughts. I'll probably expand on that as the stream goes on, but I feel like it's been slightly annoying, because I'm like, I really want to play this game and I really want to enjoy this game, but I constantly find myself being like, I can't, it's hard to find the motivation. I'm like, I know I gotta fucking build stuff, and I gotta worry about my settlement stuff. It's just like a kind of a tedium, and I don't know, and not in the fun way kind of tedium, you know, because sometimes it's like, okay, I know what I have to do. You know, maybe I have to go through the same motion 100,000 times or whatever and do this thing. But sometimes it can be satisfying to do that. And also, we're totally out of wheat, I'm noticing. Let's stop making bread. Yeah, we're just gonna totally have our wheat going to animals, I think. But anyways, that's kind of my 2 cents for now. So I think my approach from this point on is to kind of just, I don't know, be kind of flaccid about the colony building. I'm gonna build up, but I feel like if I try to give people custom rooms and make everything look nice and whatnot, then I'm gonna burn myself out and be like, I can't be bothered. So I'm still gonna build, and I'm still gonna try to make it look okay, you know. But I feel like I always start games like this with grand plans, and then it kind of sets in that I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know how feasible that is. And speaking of, let's think for a moment, because we have carrots, we have chili peppers. What other do we need to set up? More farms. So we could do some cave glow. We could do some pumpkins. Cave glow, pumpkins, eggplants. Do we have eggplants planted? I don't think we do. Chili pepper, carrot, sugar beets, flower, cabbage. Oh no, yeah, okay. Strawberry, potato, pumpkin. Forgot we set up this little area. Okay, we have cave glow and eggplants and stuff. And onions. Nice. And a bluebird, apparently. Get murdered, idiot. Okay. And then also, I guess I should look and see... Cursed Crone and the Deep Plains. Right. I don't want to be clear, there's a lot of things that I like about this game, too. I don't want to just sound like I'm, like, dogging on it constantly, but... You know. Also, apparently there's 3 trinkets that I haven't gotten in the underground swamp. Or the swamp cave, I should say. I will say that I like this a lot better. I like that a lot better. I like that... I wish the inventory system was a little better. I don't like having these different pouches I have to open, but it's alright. I do like the recipe book and crafting guide that you have on you. I think that's very convenient. You know, there's some stuff that I think is just well done, or an improvement. But you know, a lot of the core things, they seem to just kind of miss the mark. I guess, you know, let's just go to the Deep Plains. I'm hoping my ice pick is gonna be good enough. Elvis the Exotic Merchant. Elvis? Is he here? The king? My goodness. He looks different than I imagined. Oops. I'll buy something. Snow launcher? Snowballs is ammo. 50% chance to not... Oh, right, because it's all the Christmas shit. Chicken cutlet dish. Boxing glove gun. I think we already have. Wrapping paper. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna pick up a Christmas tree. And, some wreaths. The Elder's Jingle Jam vinyl. Alright. Yeah, we'll get a little festive. Yeah, there we go. Hey. Hey, Bubs, how's it going? Oh, the Bay Harbor pisser didn't go off. No. Christmas is gross. It's crazy. Hold on, I'll refund your Bay Harbor pisser. There you go. Clear my thing there. Not bad. Again? That's 3 times now? Look, man. It's Twitch's fault. So usually, I don't know why, I moved all my alerts to Twitch, and for some reason, the first time, like... It's like an 80% chance that the first time any given redeem is done per stream, it just doesn't go off. So if you do it again, it should work. In fact, here, you know, I'll do it for you. Oh, I gotta wait 11 seconds. I'm not immune to my own rules for redeems, so I'll do it in 10 seconds. Which is gonna be blasphemy on Bay Harbor Pisser. Yeah, I agree. They really gotta stop discriminating against all the all my fellow mailbox pissers. And now it's moot. Oh, there it is. Okay. Happen again and again. Yeah, no, they hate the Bay Harbor pisser though. They despise it. Let me actually see where the fuck. Where's a plane at? Probably start with that. Where's a surface plane? Okay, can I like... Oh, okay, here we go. Let's say... Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Wow. Yeah. Good, by the way. How are you? I'm doing all right. Getting by. I'm a little sleepy, but you know, I had a bit of a stressful night. Um, we had a maintenance guy who was supposed to come in at like 1 today. They sent us an email last week about it. They're like, yeah, there's a water issue apparently. Like there's high water usage, so we have to check literally every apartment, which doesn't make sense. But I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm like, do you not have like a water meter for each apartment building that you can check and see which one is the problem? But I digress. So they had to come into everybody's apartment and check, and they're like, yeah, we'll be at your place at like 1. 2:30 p.m. The guy finally shows up, and I'm like, I just like hid in the bedroom. Like, I don't want to fucking just come and do your thing and leave, please, as quickly as humanly possible. If that's you know, yeah, took all of 5 minutes for him to do it. So I'm like, I don't know what took you so long to get here, considering this is all you're doing today based on the schedule you guys sent us, but whatever. So stream was a little delayed, and I was a little anxious about that, but overall, not terrible. It's over with, which I'm pretty happy about. Okay, I just have to go like straight west from here, so we're just gonna down to 3 of my friends. Seems to be like a common issue. Yeah. Apparently, I'm wondering if like maybe somebody's leaving the sink on, maybe. I don't know. But again, I'm like, why can't you guys just? It's like because we don't like pay for our water directly. They just it's just a flat rate along with like sewer and garbage and other stuff just on top of rent. So it's like clearly they should have access, I assume, to like all the water meters and everything. So why can they not just, there's high usage, can't they just check the water meter for each building? Like presumably they have an expected amount of water usage or within a normal usage. If they're seeing abnormal. I don't know. Just feels like it'd be 100 times easier than going into literally every single apartment on the property and turning on their sinks and seeing if they drip and shit like that. That's essentially what the test was. Just came in, turned on all the taps for about 10 seconds each, and then left. But anyways. The cursed crone. Okay, so this is, I guess, underground plains? I didn't realize these dryad areas were going to be underground plains. It's a little bit weird, but... so I guess we'll see if we can find a crone. Oh my god. I think water's gotten more expensive across the country. Maybe, but... I mean, with the way it was described, they were like... Yeah, we're seeing like weird usage, like it's abnormally high, and it has been for some time. I'm like, all right, one. No, why didn't you address this how many ever months ago? But yeah, whatever. But 2, just do the thing that I said. Then again, I missed the part where that's my problem. Photos show where to get rubies. I have some rubies. I don't remember where I got them, I'll be honest. I think it was, hold on. Let me go take a look. Because I vaguely remember seeing if you've seen the sapphire areas in like the regular caves, I want to say that I got them from a similar area here in the deep caves. So I may be wrong about that. I want to say I got them from like here. Here, I'll go open check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just grow in like a cluster formation, very similar to sapphires. Please don't fall on me. Also, oh shit, ninja robe. Nice. Oops, it helped if I actually took my path. Yeah, pretty sure this was a little patch, which I think this is... Actually, know where this is located. I think this is just in regular deep caves, if I'm not mistaken. Oops. If I go look at it, I'll know. Yeah, okay, this is definitely where it was. So you'll see areas like this. They have these like little red speckles here. And they kind of look like this, almost this like maroon looking color here on the map. And this is just in the deep caves under forests. This is forest deep caves. So this, I think this here is actually maybe one that I haven't picked, which I can go take a look at too. Ooh. Hop off the hoverboard. Ricocheting around the cave. Now, to be totally honest, I think that the whole thing is a cover-up for them to come into our apartments, because they've been trying to, like, there's been a couple of things they've been trying to enforce, and I don't think the community has been very, very receptive to it. Not that they shouldn't be, but, you know. Like one, people have been smoking pot on the property, which I think pretty much all smoking is banned, but like with the way the vents and stuff are set up, if somebody smokes in their apartment, you can smell it in like your apartment. Also, yeah, here's an untapped ruby spot. So untapped looks like this. It's sort of maroon with these pink spots and speckles, and then presumably you haven't tapped any if you're wondering where they are, arcade. This is what it looks like when it's tapped. So. And again, just in regular deep forest caves. So. At least this is the only way I've found them, to be fair. I don't know if there's any other method for it, but there you go. Yeah, they've been trying to figure out like who's smoking in their apartments and stuff. And I think they're thinking somebody's doing it in their bathroom. Because every time we smell smoke, it's coming through the bathroom vent. So I'm assuming whoever, like, we haven't complained about it directly because we're just kind of like whatever. But you know, I could see that as a way for them to get in. Also, they've been trying to get people to like take shit off their balconies. Because everybody has a balcony, and most people just use it for storage. Like they'll put like their bike out there or whatever, but they don't want people doing that for God knows why. So actually just had happened a month ago. She was complaining about having cigarette smoke in her apartment. Yeah, no, it seems to be a common trend. Got on your balcony or outside the building, goddamn. Yeah, like you're not like totally banned from smoking on the property. Like you can just like we have a guy who lives in the building next to us who like we'll see him probably 12 times a day. Just walk out like next to the dumpsters and stuff, like at the end of the parking lot, and he'll just go over there and smoke. Like, you know, it's like, okay, this guy like has the right idea. He's doing the right thing. Why can the rest of the people not do that? But I think also part of it is, oh, hey, look, there's some rubies there. Hold on. It's in this guy's little prefab home in the caves. I guess you can get rubies outside of the deep forest, but less quantity, I would think. We will be stealing this guy's, though. These great, they'll subject everybody else to the smell. Yeah. I don't mind the smell, personally. I will say that the missus is very, very smell sensitive. I think she's if you've ever read about like super sniffers, like the people who can smell cancer and stuff, I think she's like kind of close to that. So, not that she like hates the smell per se, but it's too strong. So it makes her sick. But any strong smell will make her sick. So, you know, just kind of comes with the territory. Yeah, people are weird. I don't know why. They'd rather try to hide it in their bathroom than, I don't know, walk 50 feet. Go have a smoke. What the hell that is? Is this like the desk? What is that? Oh, it's basalt walls. The basalt kind of looks cool. All right. You can smell the turtle. I'll see it. Yeah. She's like, it's a reptile nearby. Smell it. It's foul. It smells like lettuce leaves. Best friend has an incredibly strong nose. Tell me he can smell when people are sick. Oh, he thought he was bullshitting. Some people can, man. It's crazy. There was I mean, there's been a handful of stories about people who can do that. I think the most like probably the most famous one was that lady, I think, who could smell Parkinson's. It smelled like a bitter or foul smell when people had Parkinson's, and then like she smelled it on a guy, and then like he didn't have Parkinson's, and then like 3 years later he developed it or some shit like that. So it's definitely I mean, it's possible. I don't know if the missus is like at disease smelling level, you know, because that kind of feels like a superpower. but it is to the point where like any strong smells just, you know, spirit ghoul. Hello. All right. Yeah, any strong smells just kind of set her off. So attacks apply 1 extra stack of Dryad Haunted. Applies 1 Dryad Haunted to hit targets. Summons a Dryad Spirit that immobilizes the enemy for a short time. Okay. Neat. Okay. Also, don't know what I'm looking for this Caves Game Arena. Deep Plane Caves are... Okay. I don't know what a game arena is, but we'll just wander around and see what we can find, I guess. Oh my god. Back. Fucking dryads. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, it's amber. Okay, cool. We're stuck behind the chest. Clumsy Guardian Bracelet. Increases damage and movement speed for a short time after perfect blocking an attack. Okay, I don't think I'll ever do that. Oh, here we go. Must be used in Deep Plains Caves Arena. Still haven't found the arena, but at least we have the summoning item we need. Kind of nice, I guess. Just gonna look around and see if I see any like obvious arena-shaped structures. Oh. Hey, hold on. This kind of looks like an arena. Sort of. Maybe? Actually, I don't know if this is very arena-like, but whatever. Well, still check it out anyways. Lots of tombs. Yoink. And yoink. Oh, this is definitely an arena. Look at this. Is this a game that goes on forever? Does it have an end goal? It does have an end, I think. To call it a goal is a little... I don't know if that's necessarily accurate. But it does have an end, as far as I'm aware. To be fair, I don't know that anything I've done so far is a goal, per se. But it is stuff to do. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. Alright, let's hit the buff. No arena found nearby. Okay, this isn't an arena, apparently. Well, shit. We just popped all our buffs. And I guess I could have done that after summoning the boss, but... This looks like it's getting into a swamp. What the hell? What was bro running away with? Oh, just a bunch of amber, I see. Okay. Picking up what you're putting down. Yeah, he's sniffing what I'm shitting. Oh, this looks like an arena. Maybe? Are you an arena? No. Apparently not. I'm in. Ow. Okay. Oh, yippee. Close whenever you eat a snip what you shit. I don't know. It's pretty stinky. Also, yes, I just hit the hydrate. Just hit the hydrate just to immediately run into a saw blade. Run into a saw blade twice. Alright, I'm gonna wait to heal up. I'm a fool. A plumb fool. So you know what? I'm gonna get rid of my summons while I'm in here. Nice. Alright, I think we're just gonna brute force this one. My timing skills are not nearly good enough. Oh, we're so good. Hi, Annie. I was telling them about your super sniffer nose. Just a little bit. Nice. I mean, actually, you know what? Why don't I just... Okay, another spirit urn. Great. And another spirit urn. Sluggish second wind charm. Neat. Hanging out with this guy right now. Much better than Pillow Fucker. Yeah. Oh man, I wanted to mention. Yeah, I was thinking about that guy, last night / this morning. Not fondly, obviously. But I just couldn't help. I was trying to figure out like some of the logistics. That's all. It's a very confusing situation. I don't know his name yet, but it kind of looks like this. Damn, you're hanging out with John Turtle? Really? I didn't think that guy actually existed. Wow, he's a pretty cool guy. Big if true. Actually, do I pull a bit of a silly, and I only do an hour stream, and then Podu's streak gets fucked up because he didn't come to the 1 hour stream. Is that mean? Yes. Do it. I'm really tempted to. It seems very mean, but no, it's not mean. I never really think about Pillow Fucker. At least want to. It is kind of funny too. He would be so upset, I think. Actually, let me make sure he's not in chat. Maybe he's already here. No, he's not here. At the same time, I'm like, I should stream longer because, you know, an hour is not much. But he's been coming in like 2 or 3 hours in for the last few streams, and I just think it'd be kind of good to, you know. Spirit corrupted? Why is my spirit corrupted? What the fuck? Can I not have a corrupted spirit, please? He was here because you're gonna start banter. That's fair. Okay, maybe I do that then. Maybe when we reach the hour mark, I'll do it. I don't want to do less than an hour at least. Bird's gonna be pissed. And he's gonna get like the notification to be like, save your streak. He's not gonna be able to do anything about it. Gonna show up at 59:45. Well, it's already. Oof. I mean, yeah, maybe. I can always stream again tomorrow. That's true. That's true. I could. No, I try to keep a pretty consistent one-on, one-off schedule. And as much as I would feel bad for the short stream, I'm like, do I make it up by streaming again? Who knows? Am I that kind? Hard to say. Also, damn, my pouch is full. Also, I really need to find an arena. I wonder if I can make like a map or something to find it. Be kind of handy. Dylan the Explorer is arriving at Bernard Land. Yippee. Hello, Dylan the Explorer. we just passed the 1 hour mark. Okay, I'm gonna do it. It's so mean. All right. All right. Make sure to show up next stream. We're all gonna make fun of Podu for missing his watch streak. Oh, 23 just died in Lockmadon. Drog Island. Damn, brutal. Level 23 dying on that island is heinous. Yeah, make sure to show up next stream so we can all laugh at him. Sorry guys. Sorry anybody new who's watching. I don't know if Arcade is still lurking around. Usually I go for at least like 2 or 3 hours minimum. You know, let's say I've not seen you much. All right. I mean, yeah, no, I break my schedule fairly consistently as well. But yeah, around Thanksgiving was particularly bad. There was like a week where I didn't stream. But you know, it's Thanksgiving, so what's it got to do? But yeah, I will show up in a couple of days. We'll probably be back on. I don't know if we'll be on this or Sekiro. I don't feel like I gave this much time. But then again, I aired my grievances with it. So, anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good rest of your night. Be sure to make fun of Podu a little bit next time. You know, you're better keep a schedule as well. Yeah, I try not to hold anybody to a hard standard, including myself. So it's just better for sanity's sake.